What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Brown Guy Racing. As always, my name is Josh, and today we're going to be working on a couple of small projects. We're going to replace the missing bolts in the trans bell housing. We're going to do a couple of block offs on the keg, and generally just get things ready so that we can head towards doing the V-mount, and that way we can start filling out the rest of the bay. So thanks for joining us. We're going to go ahead and get started.
Right down here. So we're gonna go ahead, and obviously this hollow one here, not the right one. It's just thrown in there for the need. Well, not the need, but I felt more comfortable having a third one in there, so I threw this guy in here. Here the trans moved a little bit there because these are shouldered and this one wasn't, so that shoulder is going to put us more where we need to be. So alright, so I got 3 left. I know at least one goes at the top. I think 2 of them actually go around the top. Starter here. There we go, that one's good. So this one's up above the starter. Okay, now our starter. There we go. Assumedly the short one. I'm not going to tighten this one all the way. I just need this one on here enough to hold the starter from falling out of place. Okay, so it's on. I'm assuming the long boy goes up top. This one doesn't look like it goes anywhere. So does this one get a nut? I'm gonna have to Google the upper starter bolt because it goes straight through, which is completely unexpected. So we'll do a little bit of Googling on that guy. So we've got everything in for the bottom of the trans. Everything down here is good. So we can jump up and do, there should be 2 more on the top of the trans. So we'll go ahead and get everything moved and jump up there. Alright, so we're repositioned up top, and I definitely feel like I have either ordered an extra bolt for my trans, or I have missed one. So we're going to have to do some quick checks to see what situation is the case. that one's good and tight. It's a good German spec, good and tight. That one's good and tight. Nothing up here, and then that one's good. Okay, so let's check around the driver's side. So that's one we just put in. Nothing from here to here. And then the trans one indeed goes straight through. So we're going to have to see what we're supposed to do with that one. Interesting. Okay, alright, so we're going to take a pause here. Well, you know what? No, let's keep rolling. So since we weren't able to do the power plant frame, the next thing we're going to dive into is I need to plug here and here for the oil squirters that we're not using, and then this is an old piece that had rusted out of my iron, so I've tapped it so I can plug it. So let's grab the bolts for those. So I went and I grabbed 2 lock washers for the 2 plugs. And then what I did to make sure, because the iron itself obviously has a spot for the oil squirter, so what I've done is I've made sure that this one on its shoulder is shorter than the oil squirter length. And then on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and add a pretty thick lock washer on there, so that is going to decrease things even further, so that way we don't have any chance of having any contact with the inner part of the iron and destroying my motor. At least we should not. So I'm going to test and make sure I can run these all the way in without any issues or concern. So I'm getting a little bit of a stop there, and I'm wondering it's probably because I need to. No, it's because there's a little pin jobby or something in there, and that is exactly what we were worried about pushing through and causing an issue. So let's see if there's any chance of that coming out. And if not, then I will need to find significantly shorter screws. No, doesn't really look like it wants to move much. But it does look like it's just rubber. There we go. Alright. So no surprise that there is some type of seal in here. So we're going to see how far that lets me run this bolt down now. See if that changes anything for us. It looks like that'll give us a little bit of space, but I don't know if it's going to be enough space. Nope, I'm still getting tension before the bolt bottoms out. So I have the right size, I have the right threading, but I'm going to need a shorter bolt, because that right there is what I'm concerned with pushing through the housing. So we're going to go ahead and pull out this one. It's funny enough, it looks like these thread in. Okay. So we've got those pulled. We're going to have to look for a shorter bolt, so that will be on my to-do list. All right, I have adjusted what I had previously, so that way we should. That one, please. Oh my god, it's the fucking transmission. Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. Well, I guess it's fun to have some things on camera, because that was definitely me shitting a brick, but that's the transmission rotating because it's in gear right now. Yeah, that is the transmission. Okay. Whew. Well, I guess that'll be fun to have on video. Alright, and after a little bit of back and forth, we were able to get all of our trans bolts in, and we were able to get our starter in as well. I do have to figure out the upper nut for that, but that shouldn't be too difficult. And then we were also able to get the block off set up so that way we can start moving towards getting the V-mount done in the next episode. So that should be the next thing we're working on, and then from there we're going to keep filling out the engine bay and start getting towards getting this thing to run. So thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.